Hi folks, today we're looking at the Gold Vision 2 multifunction rear view mirror recorder, which is an Android powered car mirror, aftermarket car mirror. You can't get much weirder than that, right? You're turning your mirror into a small computer. So let's have a look what's in the box. So first of all, we've got the unit itself, all glistening and shiny, with a 720, that's 1280 by 720 video camera there, HD on a swivel. As you can see, it attaches via these clamps which fit on, so it's different to other ones which have a little strap. This one just clicks on like that. These are dummies for some reason, I'm not quite sure why that's like that. And on the front here you'll see power, menu, snapshot, up and down navigation, and the OK button, which stores a emergency clip when you have an incident, or if you wish to at any point actually. On the top here we got the AV, which is used for the GPS dongle, micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes, and the power, and this which is called an AV in. Microphone is at the bottom here, so you can capture stuff as well. In the box we find quite a lot of stuff actually. Micro USB, mini USB I should say, the power for the car power, a set of headphones, a rear view camera, so you can set that up with an extension cable. Now the thing about this is you have to place it, of course, strategically using this clamp or via a pad, a sticky pad, which you can see here. And you've also got to get power from probably the rear view, the rear parking light. You know, when you turn it into reverse, you get a rear light. The GPS dongle, which sits in and gives you your GPS signal, and the user guide, which, as you can see, is in multi-languages. There is English here, half of it, which goes through the basics. And I say the basics because I had quite a struggle to find out a few things about the apps, which I'll show you when I do the live demonstration in the vehicle. Let's just have a quick look here. Okay, so it has this 5-inch screen on it with which is 800 by 480, running Android 4.4, and as you can see, it's a fairly standardized, well, kind of a standardized version of it. You can still get this, they call it a tablet on here, funnily enough, but there you go, there's for Android 4.4. Yeah, there you go, Kit Kat. Dual core 1.5 gigahertz processor, 650 milliamp hour battery, and it has Wi-Fi on board, and it has 30 gigs, as I said before, external upgradability, 16 gigs in internal store, but only 512 megs of RAM, which I find kind of surprising. The camera itself, HD 180, so it's 720, obviously, 120-degree angle, and 30 frames per second on video, so that's quite good. And the parking camera that comes with it is 640 by 480 and a 120-degree angle, so it's about similar, but a little bit less resolution. What have you got as functionality in the actual unit itself? Well, you've got navigation. Now this is interesting in that you have to install your own navigation app, and I actually just don't advise to use Google, because the streaming through your phone as a tether is not very effective. In the event, I used an offline package from the App Store, which is based on Open Map, so it's open source, and it's pretty efficient. It has voice turn-by-turn navigation, pretty accurate speed alerts. I kind of liked it. I mean, little frustrations in it, things like you cannot select all of your postcode, zip code for you guys in America. You can't select the whole postcode here, which is rather annoying. And I've had this before with other sat navs in vehicles, you know, which cost a lot more money than this. So I'm going to forgive it a little bit for that. What else do you get? You get, oh, let me just come out of that. You get the recorder itself, which runs fairly decent. Not as per usual with these products, not fantastic as yet on night vision, but it's okay for you know, the daytime monitoring of the vehicle's front and stuff. A player, so you can play your music from inside the mirror, which is kind of spooky when you think about it. A browser, again, using the tethering from your phone. You can, this is Wi-Fi availability. You can pull down the Wi-Fi and connect to your phone on tethering, and then do some browsing in the car if you're bored waiting in the car park or whatever. Please don't do it when you're driving. And a FM transmission, so this will transmit the music from here to your radio, your FM radio in the car, if you want to have the music in through your stereo system. And this is just basically the playback for all the stuff you've captured. So that's the basic rundown of what you can do, and I've run through the buttons, so it's really just a matter of putting it into the car and seeing how it works in real life. So the only other thing to mention is here in the app you get these sort of functionalities given, which is boot start, so when you turn the ignition on, up comes the mirror, park monitor, which is this security thing which is motion sensing. If it sees anything in front of the camera, it'll start a recording. Exposure settings, video duration, you can set it for 1 minute or 3 minutes, and white balance, sensitivity, format the card, and defaults. And these really be basically just to set up the thing as you like. Down here you can switch the microphone on and off if you don't want to record too much, and you can have playback and lock video chunks and things like that. So you have, you know, the usual set of controls for your dash cam. A slight problem is it's a little bit too dim to see properly, but let's see if we can, how far we can get going, shall we? Click on that. Here's the apps. You have to hold down, press and hold down. This is when I talked about before about having a problem with the app drawer. I couldn't find it because it's quite difficult to actually access. You have to hold, press and hold. As you can see, I can't even do it now, and I know how to do it. There you go. And that gives you all the standard apps like Google Play and stuff where you can download apps for. But it's not in the user guide, and it's rather difficult to find in general. So it was a bit annoying. It took me quite a while.
After 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the second exit. Take the second exit. After 200 yards, you will reach your destination.
Well, there you go. That's the Gold Vision 2 Android-powered rear-view mirror, camera, dash cam, reversing cam, GPS system, browser, FM, everything. It's basically a multifunctional device. Quite neat. The good news is the actual mirror actually works pretty well as a mirror, which has got to be a bonus. You can actually see out the back, even though you've got all this stuff going on. Obviously, you turn this off when you're driving most of the time, and only use it when you have to, because it's going to be pretty distracting otherwise, unless you're using it for GPS. So yeah, it's quite nice actually. As usual, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel so we can bring you more cool stuff. Thanks very much.